Welcome to Popular Pixel Live. Been a while since I've done any streaming. One of the main reasons, of course, was Christmas was rather hectic for me. I spent basically about 2 months working straight. Tis is the life for me. But anyway, so I've got the Polymega, the full retail version now, along with all the modules. So I thought I'd go ahead and do a little bit of streaming here. I'm gonna do a little testing real quick just to make sure everything is up and running the way it should be. And it looks like it is. Let me just pull this up here. All right. Well, anyways, as I said, we got the Polymega going here. I've been ripping the games. I don't want to say all day. I didn't get until about 3 o'clock or so. And then, of course, if you were watching my other video or saw that I already put another video up of an unboxing, I basically since then have started to do a lot of ripping. I have all of my Genesis games ripped except for one. For some reason, my copy of Phantasy Star 4 is not working properly. Now my Mega Drive version of it is working fine, so I'll probably end up ripping that one and then just applying a patch, which actually I've been getting a chance to play around with the patches a little bit here too. I'm currently ripping a game here, Final Zone 2. Oh, actually it looks like it. Did I accidentally cancel it? Oh, no, it's still going. Okay. Well, while that is going in the background, I think I'm going to go ahead and play a little. Let's see here. So I got the PCs. All right, I got to pull up the Genesis one real quick here. Now, this is pretty cool. I'm going to show this to you. Here's the Genesis Street Fighter. I'm going to remove the patch that I have on it right now. But patches are really awesome. Now, I didn't get a chance to really do a whole lot when it comes to the patches earlier, when it was just with the CD unit. Now that I have the modules, I think it's going to be so much better. I've done a couple of them here, and as you can see right now, looking at the game, it's, well, quite the standard Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition. I'm going to go into Champion Edition real quick here and get a game going. Hey man, it's going pretty good. How are you doing tonight? All right, so we've got a regular game of Street Fighter going on here. What I want you to kind of notice is the colors. Because hopefully, in just a moment here, I'll be able to fight Chun-Li again. I don't know if it'll be. Oh, and I am, by the way, I'm currently using the PC Engine controller for the Genesis. So it's pretty cool. I have not gone in to fix my controller for the Genesis module yet. So I'm not really using it. I used it for a little bit, and yes, it does have an issue. So I'm not going to bother with that right now. So anyways, let me back out of here now. Go back in. I'm going to go ahead and apply a patch. Yeah, man. It's going to be a little bit of a wait, but man, is it worth it. I thought I loved this thing before, but man, I love it so much more now. All right, so now you can see the coloring. It's a little bit more accurate to the arcade counterpart. I didn't get to fight Chun-Li, but you'll still be able to probably notice it here. The coloring on Zangief right there, his sprite color, so much better with this hack. I'm going to have to try out my actual Avenue Pad 6 on this. One thing I did notice is that the rapid fire, or the turbo, does not seem to be as fast as the TurboGrafx one is. I was actually playing Bonk, and I was trying to do my spin attack with his, where he spins around with his head or whatever. It wasn't going very fast, so I'm gonna have to try that out again.
You win. Perfect.
And I'm definitely gonna have to mess around with OBE, or OBS, I guess it's called, a little bit. It took me a long time to get it working today. There was an update. Had to go through, do all that, and now my screen that you're looking at isn't quite as pretty, but it does the job. And if there's anything you want to see, just let me know. Right now, I've got the TurboGrafx PC Engine module in there. Oh, man, I haven't tried SuperGrafx yet. I might do that next. I purchased a SuperGrafx game a couple of weeks ago, and it came in the mail this past week, so I definitely want to try that out, even though the game that I got is not the best. My favorite retro console? Oh, man. What would I say my favorite retro console is? PC Engine definitely is on the top of the list, or TurboGrafx in my case. Neo Geo. Those are probably the two that I would say. I do not have any Famicom games, but I do have a game that was released only in Japan on the Famicom. That's something I have to try here. It's Goonies, the first Goonies game, but it's inside of a NES cartridge, so I guess that's technically the same. We'll have to try that out and see what happens. You got a bunch of Famicom games, or? Hey, how's it going? All right, so now you can see the Ryu stage, or Ryu, however you say his name. I actually got bashed once for calling him Ryu instead of Ryu. Anyways, you can tell in the background, the colors are just so much better with this hack. I have found a couple of cartridges that do not work.
You win.
Dracula Kid? Or Kid Dracula? Yeah, that's one I've not played. Well, I take that back. I've played it on the compilation for the Switch, but I would love to get my hands on that one. Yeah. It's kind of hard when, of course, you're an American and that's what you're used to. When you first start calling it that, man, back, was I in middle school, I suppose, when Street Fighter 2 came out. And then, of course, Ryu Hayabusa, is that how you say his name? From Ninja Gaiden, which, of course, I used to also call Ninja Gaiden. So, anyways, that's how how we roll sometimes. All right, so that's enough of that. But it is pretty sweet being able to do those patches. I'm going to actually go ahead and throw one more patch in here because I found this hilarious. I'm going to go ahead and shut up so you can hear this right from the start. I just cracked up when I heard that. I was digging through trying to find my Sonic 2 cartridge, and I can't seem to find it for some reason. I really want to play some of the Sonic 2 hacks that I have found over the past month or two. Like the one where Sonic gets really fat from eating onion rings. I think that game looks amazing. Now with this, he can't continually float. Oh, that sucks. One thing I really don't like about this is all of the monitors have question marks on them, so you don't know what they are unless you've played the game enough. Oh, which, I'm sorry. It was Phantasy Star 4. I don't know what exactly the deal is. Let me see if that's done. Okay, the disc is done. Let me back out of here. Let me eject that. I'll actually show it to you. It's really strange what it does. Hey, welcome to Popular Pixel. I'm just doing a swap out on the modular real quick here. All right, so what I got, if you can see this, I don't know. Phantasy Star 4 for the Genesis. We're gonna pull this out. This is your standard cartridge, of course. We're gonna pop it in there real quick. All right, so as you can see, it doesn't give me the splash screen for Phantasy Star 4, but I'm gonna go ahead and click on play anyways. Looks normal right now. But we're just sitting on a black screen. Right now there should be several menus that are pulling up. Hey, Sniper, not doing too bad. My two favorites are the PC Engine as well as the Neo Geo. I've been doing a lot of Neo Geo ripping today too, but those take a little bit longer. Okay, so now you see we've got kind of the title screen, but there's no background sprites or whatever layer that is on. We're gonna go ahead and just start up a game. Yes, it is in the database. That was the first thing that I actually checked. But look at this. It's got little Tetris blocks. So something obviously is going on wrong with my cartridge, or I'm not sure what the deal is. I think I'm gonna have to pull my Genesis out and test this game, because I haven't played it for a while. So maybe the cartridge isn't working anymore. I sure hope that's not the case. The other possibility is, well, no, that since it's in the database and since it's letting me run it, but the sprites are messed up, something is going on. So anyways, let me kill that real quick. And then I've got the Mega Drive version. And see, that one comes up just fine. I'm going to go ahead and play that one. Look at this. So the graphics are appearing just as they should. And now we've got the full background. And of course, text is working. Sprites are working. So if there is a patch for this game that I can turn this one into the English game, then I may just go ahead and play it off of this and use the patch. I don't know if that's the case. Now, as far as it being dirty, I've actually cleaned it I don't know how many times already today just to see if that was the problem, and it didn't seem to do any good at all. This is one of the games that I was so excited to be able to play again, and using state saves and that sort of thing, especially when I bring it back out into my my projector room. But yeah, I've got my bottle of alcohol right here, and my cotton swabs all over the place right now. Been cleaning games all day. Yes, my Genesis controller does have the issue. Let's go back to Street Fighter real quick here. And as a matter of fact, I haven't used the Genesis controller too much because of that. Yeah, and Daniel, that's exactly what I'm going to go ahead and try doing. Last time I tried it, I mean, it was a few months ago. It couldn't have been that long ago that I tried it out, and it seemed to work fine, but I don't know. You know what? I should also grab... Oh, I don't think that'll matter. I was going to go ahead and grab my other Genesis controller that I have here. And I think other people who have purchased them have had that same problem. Well, see, that pulled off pretty easy. I was having trouble earlier doing it. It's almost as if you have to... You have to roll it just a little bit, I don't know what you say, a little bit more tighter, as far as doing the down to back motion, making sure that you hit all angles. See? Yeah, now it's not working. Let me try to get to the other side of Zangief here. Yeah, so it definitely has issues as well. Oh, yeah, I've made quite a few of those. I love doing those things. As a matter of fact, I did a couple more today. Well, not a couple more. I did one more, but I printed 2 of them today. All right, let me grab the NES, see if I can see if that, what do you call it? The Famicom game works. This will actually be the first time plugging the NES module in, so this will be interesting. As far as what? For building the graphics or what? I use a program called GIMP. It's a freeware program that it's kind of like, what do you call it? Photoshop, or more like Adobe Illustrator, or maybe the both of them kind of rolled into one. But I use that. I've been using that program for, gosh, 20 years now. It's really good. As far as my printer goes, I've got one of those EcoTank printers. It was like a $500 printer, but well worth it with the quality. Oh, you've used GIMP. Okay, yeah. I like I like that program. All right, let's see what happens with this. Whoops, I didn't mean to boot that. Using the B button on the controller thinking that's going to back out, but it actually doesn't. It's not recognizing it. Let me try another cartridge real quick here. Interesting. Just got to put Phantasy Star away real quick. Okay, so the game that I have in my module right now is the Tengen Shinobi, of course. And it's not doing anything whatsoever. That's weird. All right, let's try Goonies 2. Okay, so Goonies 2. Let's see, manage, select. All right, Goonies 2 is installed. Oh, why? Derek, what's going on with the stream? Something not working? I haven't used this program for quite some time, and I had to reconfigure everything, so I might have configured something incorrectly. I don't see any issues. Is it like artifacts appearing on the screen, or exactly what is it doing? Cleaning this cartridge, by the way. We'll see if it'll work. Well, yeah, that is getting quite a bit of gunk off there, so I just cleaned this cartridge the other day. I guess I didn't do a very good job. Just picked this one up at one of our local stores. I love the Tengen games. Well, actually, that's a lie. I hate the Tengen games, but it brings back memories. Okay, so that's not loading either. Okay, so artifacting, yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not sure why it's doing that for you. Man, it's not recognizing any of these cartridges. Obviously, they are a lot older than the other ones that I've been trying out. How about Dracula's Curse? Oh, crud. Sorry. Just breaking my drawer, that's all. Okay, so Castlevania's working. Good. So let's give this one a whirl here. That's going to take some getting used to, that controlling there. Yeah, no, they're NES cartridges, so, you know, they may just be extremely dirty. If the game is not clean, it sometimes doesn't work. But the weird thing is, I have Pit Fighter for the Genesis, and that game has not worked for me in years, so I wasn't expecting much. I threw it in there, and it detected it immediately. I didn't even have to clean it or anything. All right, let's see how this controller works. Feels good. You know, I haven't played this one in I don't know how long. I don't even remember if I've ever even beaten it. I'll bet I probably have using the Game Genie, but I don't think I've ever beaten this one without cheating. I could have sworn there was something there. No. I was just trying to use my whip a second ago, but I was missing the button because I was not used to the button configuration of this controller. That's funny. Sorry, just trying the D-pad there. I think I just missed hitting the down button. I really need to get my hands on Simon's Quest. That's one of my favorite NES era Castlevania games. Of course, I say one of. I mean, there was only 3 games. That's how that goes. So the cartridges do work. It's just a matter of them being clean or not, I suppose. Now, this would be a very good test to see the controller. Wow. That looks crisp. I'm sorry. I have a top loading NES, so I am used to seeing lines all over the screen while I play. So this is a treat for me here. Whoop. Those colors just look crisp too. Those little pixels on those hills. Oh man, this is great. Well, yeah, this controller definitely feels good. Can't complain about this one at all. And I can get through to the minus world without any trouble. So yeah, that's good. But of course, once in the minus world, I'm completely stuck, so... But it's fun to do it every now and then. But it works, that's great. Love it. Now the port on this does seem a tad bit tight. I don't know. It's not going to read this one either. Now, of course, this cartridge is a reproduction cartridge that I put in there. I was hoping to be able to play it. It doesn't look like I'm going to be so lucky. That sucks. It doesn't even recognize as an NES cartridge, but of course it's Pokemon Yellow. And I bet the type of board that is being used in these are probably the issue. Because this one is Donkey Kong Complete, and that one also is not doing anything. I already tried Goonies. This one's Final Fantasy VII, which obviously is not booting up either. That sucks, dude. I know I wouldn't be able to save it anyways, but it would have been nice to have been able to play Final Fantasy VII. Nope. And that one's Earthbound 30th anniversary, or 25th anniversary, whatever it is. Earthbound Beginnings. So that one doesn't work either. Let's put a legit cartridge in there. And that one works just fine, obviously. Give it a whirl. All right, now the placement of the start buttons, I've heard some people say that they haven't had any problems with it, but I'm constantly hitting the menu button instead of the start button. So that has been a little bit of a problem for me. Pinbot is actually one of my favorite pinball games of all time. More or less the Bride of Pinbot, even more so. Oh. I really don't like the way this game scrolls, though, where it leaves the flippers down at the bottom. I mean, I know where my flippers are at. You don't need to show me. It's better if it gives me the full screen for it to just flow. Pinball Quest. Now that's a game that I don't own that I'd love to be playing. Oh, I kicked my screen back on here. Yeah, they do run at 60 frames per second. Sorry about that. I switched screens on my computer and I didn't have the chat up on the screen. But yeah, they seem to run quite well. Now this is 3D World Runner, and it should have probably popped up by now. Oh, another game that I wasn't able to get working is a Mega Drive game. See it there. It's Phantasy Star, the first game for the Mega Drive. Now, I guess that one is using an actual Master System ROM, but it's using a Genesis or Mega Drive pin out. So that's why that one doesn't work. Just getting my rubbing alcohol back out again here. See if I can clean this game up a little. That's the one thing that I can see being an issue. Obviously, it wasn't an issue for any of the other consoles. It's really just an issue on these NES games. All my Super Nintendo, my Genesis. Now, there were a few Genesis games that I had to clean really well to get them working. And I have a couple of TurboGrafx games that are the same way. Alright, let's see if that does it any better here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, if you're going to want to make sure you have some rubbing alcohol when you get your console. I don't know how many of you guys ever played this game, but man, I used to love this one. I played this one at my friend's house. It's not quite as exciting as Space Harrier. Of course, if we're talking Space Harrier on the NES, that's not very exciting at all. Yeah, it looks like my stream just slowed down. Ah, crud. No. Almost missed that one. Now, if I were playing Space Harrier, of course, I'd be on a Luck Dragon right now, but, crud. But instead, I just get to pick up stars and get items. So what is your favorite NES game? Ah! Any one of you out there? What's your favorite NES game to play? Or maybe you're not a fan of NES games that much. Blades of Steel? Yeah. Now, was that the one where you could pick the size of your players. So like you could have the skinny or the fat or the in between for those for your forwards and whatnot. I know that one. I used to love being able to pick your characters. You actually get to customize your team. I mean, it's not a whole lot of customization, of course, but it's at least something. Now, for anyone who's curious, if you're not using one of these special controllers, you can still use the up and start to get into the menu. I actually did that just a little bit ago by accident. So obviously these controllers are not a must to have, but they are a nice little addition that Polymega threw out there. Okay, so that one's not. Alright. I'm not sure which one that was. I think it was just called Ice Hockey. I may even have it actually. But, yeah, I think that one was just called Ice Hockey. Now I've got some kind of generic games. Well, I say generic. But the game known as Baseball for the NES. If I remember correctly, Shigeru Miyamoto, I can't even say his name right, however you say it, Shigeru, he was the one that created this game because he felt that the Nintendo needed to have a baseball game. This game honestly sucks. And of course, it's got that song that a lot of the early NES games had. No, it kind of reminds me of the early Game Boy baseball game, except I actually enjoyed that one. Hey, against the back wall. Look at that. I'm not sure where that guy's going. Can I make it? Nah. So, anyways, I doubt I'm going to play that one much. But it was recognized rather quickly without much issue. See, now that one seems to be having some problems reading it. Yep. Yeah, even without the alcohol, that one's already pulling off some black crud. Ah, there we go. Now this is one of my favorite games on the console. I know there's a lot of people that kind of badmouth it because it's not a real Mario Brothers game. Come on. Usually when I play this game, I play as the princess. Sometimes if I'm feeling real ambitious, I might go ahead and use some of the other characters, but most of the time I just go through the entire game with her. I was actually playing this game on the Game Boy Advance a couple of weeks ago. That's one thing I would like to see the Polymega is an adapter or a module so that you can play Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games. It really does. It looks very crisp. And of course, you're seeing it at a maximum of 720p. Ah, crud. I saw a comic that somebody drew of two Mario characters. I can't remember who they were. Well, technically it was 3 Mario characters, but there was one in the back seat, and they were driving in this car, and the person in the back seat, you could tell, was really needing to go to the bathroom. So they pull over at a gas station, and he asks the guy if he can have I don't need those. He asks the guy if he could have the key to the bathroom, and of course the guy who's working the counter at the gas station just happens to be a Phanto. So he's got the key kind of right there behind him. That story probably works a lot better as seeing the comic rather than someone talking about it. So if there's anything that you want to see or try, let me know. Now, I do know that Polymega has been talking about a 5th module. They haven't released any information on it as of yet. I know they're really trying to push these consoles out the door before they even try announcing too many more add-ons. But I did purchase or I should say I purchased 2 of the Sinden light guns. Yeah, and I don't really care what anyone has to say about this being emulation. I absolutely love it. Aye. Not sure what the deal was there. That was interesting. I guess just the thought of me being in his presence killed him. Ah, come on, dude. Let's see. I've actually done a lag test. I haven't done it with these controllers yet, but that's something I'm going to have to do. But yes, I've got the disc somewhere for the Sega CD to do lag tests. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I'm definitely going to have to take a look into that with these controllers. And actually, what I could do is I could throw in like Dance Dance Revolution or something. But if there is significant lag, I probably would have noticed it by now. I know when I did the test, it was very minimal. And I was able to play games like Dance Dance Revolution without an issue. Yeah, using the modules in a wired controller is supposed to bring that down. See, even the timing on that jumped felt like second nature, or I should say first nature. I'm gonna definitely put some good time in on all these different modules so I can get a feel for the controller, though, and get a feel for maybe some of the quirks of what's going on with the console, which I really haven't found any. The main complaint that I have is that the games aren't always easily recognized, as you saw. That's my main beef that I have with this controller, or with this console. I wish there was a way for the games that are not in the database for them to be added manually. Now, I know they did say that that is a possibility for them to be able to do that. Whether or not they go ahead and do it, I don't know. I don't remember picking up that many coins. Oh, I was looking at the life, no wonder. Oh! That was stupid. It's been a while since I played this, well, all the way through. Wasn't holding down the B button. I am curious as to see what they're gonna do with their marketplace. I'm sorry, I'm not quite following that. If LAFA video games went back to analog for low latency, I'd laugh? Maybe that's what it was. Okay, thank you, Princess. There's a couple more games on the NES that I've been holding off on playing until I got the the Polymega. One of them is StarTropics. I haven't played that for years. And of course I sold it off many years ago as well and then repurchased it. Yeah, you know, Mario 2, it's one of those things that kind of sticks with you when you've played it quite a bit. Interesting. There's a glitch. Right now, I actually have a different cartridge in the machine. It's still recognizing it as Mario Brothers. There we go. Game that nobody can beat. Actually, that's a lie. I beat it using state saves back when it came out on the Wii. But without cheating, I don't know if it's possible. Well, of course, obviously it's going to be possible, but it's going to be a very difficult thing to do. This is another one of those games that I think is not really fun, but just because of the nostalgia that comes with it actually makes me want to play it. Okay, I can see that being a problem. I was just trying to switch to a different turtle, but of course my thumb is aiming for where the start button should be. But, you know what? Let's do this real quick. Since it supports original controllers, you can do that too. Huh. Funny thing is, this controller Doesn't feel anywhere near as good as that Polymega controller. Give that to them for sure. Man, they made some good, comfortable controllers. What the heck? Okay, I think this controller might have some issues. Let's go ahead and try the dog bone controller instead. It's a lot newer, it's a lot stiffer. Oh, crud. I picked that up with Michelangelo. That was stupid. Not like I'm going to play this too long anyways. I don't want to bore all of you. Crud, turn it off. Oh, crud. That sucked. Alright, so that's good anyways. You know, I don't know if I'd gotten my full thought out. I started saying something, maybe I did, I don't know. But I was mentioning about the tightness of these cartridge slots here. They are very tight. You know what? That's not a game that I want to play right now, but it's installed. Now here's another game that I've been wanting to play once I get the Polymega up and going, which obviously I do now. It's not recognizing it. Yeah, NES, it really has a special place in my gaming heart. I also hope that they get the Master System working. Got a Master System converter, both the power-based converter as well as a modern one from Stone Age Gamer. I would think that that wouldn't be too difficult to get going. Now, the biggest part probably would be getting those databases going. Oh, you gotta be joking me. had better recognize Dragon Warrior. Man, I remember when they were giving this game away with Nintendo Power. That was just insane. Ah. Alright, well, let's do this then. Yeah, I mean, they did say there is a way that they can have it so that you can create your own custom page, whatever you want to call it, custom game, if it's not in the database, but they're not sure if they even want to include that or not. I sure hope they do, because I really do like buying like ROM hacks and obviously games that are unofficial. One of my TurboGrafx games I tried that it didn't recognize it as an official game, but the funny thing is usually they still run, but this one wouldn't even run. What I should be wearing. Can't be playing NES without the power glove. There we go. Now we got the power. Wow, that makes it even harder to control. So not only was the Power Glove a bad controller and a bad idea altogether, but trying to wear it while just playing games casually is no good. Following me? Man, this game has so much grinding that you have to do. It's insane. It's nowhere near as bad as Phantasy Star 2, though. Excuse me. that auto-equip? It does. See, this has been another one that I haven't played for a very long time. I do remember having to grind for a while until I get magic so that I can start healing myself, and then talking with the guy over by the castle. Alright, let me state save. And take this thing off. Nice. Huh. Look at that picture on the left-hand side of the of Kid Nicky box there. It should be a pink color. That's, to me, almost looks like a flesh color. It's weird. Loved this game back in the arcade days. I like how I'm already on stage 1-5, now I'm on 1-6. Stages really aren't stages, as they're just kind of mile markers, I guess you could say. I loved this boss when I was little. That is so dumb. I wonder if I can leave my sword there and not have it on the next stage. I doubt it, but I've never actually tried doing that before. Legend of Cage, that's another one that I need to find. Ah! I was looking at the bell. don't think I've ever tried doing that before. Just walk under them. Ah! And then I get hit by that guy. So, take the cartridge out here, and then I go back. Nope. Okay. So, it was when I swapped it. Man, I've still got a lot of games that I need to get ripped here. Well, for any of you who are out there right now listening or watching, if you want to see something specific, please let me know. I can try out a certain module, or if you want to see the modules, I can always turn the light on as well. Started ripping some of my Neo Geo games onto here. What is that game? Oh, Panorama Cotton. That's an interesting game. Trying to see if I can find Ninja Gaiden. Oh, there it is. Ninja Gaiden. We just got done talking about that a little while ago. There we go. Another game that I haven't played in a while. Oh, excuse me. I do, yes. Actually, I've already installed Street Fighter 2, and it fits just fine. I think that's one of the reasons why they designed the module the way they did, just to make sure that those will fit in there. Oh, that's one thing I haven't done. I haven't tried the SuperGrafx yet. This was such an amazing game. That's another thing that I probably need to do too, is I need to try ripping the CD cards and see if the arcade games work on the PC Engine. You know what? Let me do that. Exit out of here. Swap out the module real quick. better. All right, so here is the Arcade Pro card. It's one of those that have the oddly shaped bump to it. So I'm gonna just shove that in real quick. I gotta configure my controller here. All right, so it recognizes it as a Super System card, so that's good. We are going to manage, gonna install, let's see, but I want to install it to my external SD card here. All right, so good. We'll pull that back out again. Now, before, the Polymega had a hard time playing the Arcade Pro games, and that was mainly due to the programming of their, oh crud, I just dropped them all. It was due to the programming of their own BIOS that they had to do. So it'll be interesting to see how these games work now. Come on, read the disc. Discs usually take a little bit longer to read. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna install it in the background, but I'm gonna go in, select BIOS. Very nice, look at that. Okay, so system card. Okay, so that's right, I'd completely forgotten about that. The Arcade Pro card actually is the same thing as the Super System card, just with a different, or with more RAM. Now, the Polymega console itself already has that built in, so I'm gonna go ahead and set the default BIOS, and we'll start a game and see how this runs. Doesn't seem to run. Interesting. Did I grab I wonder if I grabbed the wrong. Well, it probably won't let me do anything while that one is installing, but I'm gonna go ahead and select the other BIOS and go into it real quick here. Version 1.0.
Yuri, 大丈夫か? 心配したんだぞ。Yuri。
私はなんともないの。お兄ちゃん、このゲームは。
That's weird. I like that. So Super System. So did they program a 1.0 as well? I guess I'm gonna have to You know what? Might as well do that while that's installing. Head over to TurboGrafx. Oh, I haven't installed Altered Beast yet. Alright, well, I guess I can't test that then. You know what they say about insanity? Keep trying the same thing over and expect different results. All right, well, I don't know if I should even bother installing that game then. Weird. See, now that one's not even recognizing it. It's just the BIOS, but no, it is a little dirty. Doesn't like my 3.0 US card. That's alright. Now, I thought you were supposed to be able to rip it, but I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the file on my computer here. See, it installed it, but not as a BIOS. System card. I'm gonna have to mess around with that. Not at the moment, but that does confuse me. Alright, so anyways, so the arcade games probably don't work. What happens if I plug this one in? Oh, bless me. I'm just gonna try to boot it up and see what happens. Yeah, so this one's not gonna boot at all. You know, it was interesting because I remember during the beta phase, the arcade cards did not work, but they would at least boot. but they would have issues. So maybe that's something they're still needing to work on there. All right. All right. Time to try out SuperGrafx here. I've never played this game before. I purchased it just because I wanted to have a SuperGrafx game on hand. And look at that, it's gonna boot up. Awesome. Why is it not? The buttons are... I don't get it. All right, well, we'll go with it. Huh. Interesting. Whoa. Do I have unlimited missiles? This actually isn't too bad of a game. It was the most inexpensive SuperGrafx game that was on eBay. I really do like the audio, though. It really kind of gives me that that old TurboGrafx feeling. Oh, they hit me. I like the music. But I was always a fan of the TurboGrafx audio chip. Not sure exactly what difference was between the SuperGrafx and the PC Engine. I know it was a slight upgrade. It wasn't even anything that was like spectacular. Oh man, you see what hit me? I wonder if there's any bosses or anything in this game. Oh, hey! How did I do that? Okay, how do I do that again? So, I wiggle it somehow? Okay, I don't know how to actually do that. I just know... Wiggle it, it does it. Of course, I could read the instructions, but it's all in Japanese, so that's not going to do much good. Whoa. Whoa. That's sweet, dude. Oh, I thought it was out of lives. Yeah. I don't think the instructions tell, at least not with pictures. That was pretty intense. I love that. Only problem is you don't know where that attack is coming from. Ah, went right into it, and I saw it too. That was probably the last life. Yep. Well, you know, I'll definitely have to play that one a little bit more. That's not too bad of a game. Don't know if it's worth $50, but it's not too bad of a game. Excuse me. Oh, I know. Alright, I've got a bunch of reproductions for the TurboGrafx. I want to see if these guys work. Ah, that one does not. Try cleaning it off. Yeah, it is a little dirty. So I sure hope that's what the cause is. So I would love to be able to just install these so I wouldn't have to pull them out, put them in all the time. There it goes. but it's not seeming to do anything. All right, let me try another one. Yeah, it'll let me play it. Ah. All right, so this will be interesting if this can be recognized, or not even recognized, but at least let me play. All right, so it's going to let me play this one. Or not. That sucks. This one is DuckTales, or DuckTales 2 actually, for the TurboGrafx. Can't really see, there's not enough light. All right, let me try Jackal just in case. Nope. The NES hacks just don't work at all. Huh. Now this one is an actual TurboGrafx game, well, PC Engine game. But it too was a hack. Oh man, I sure hope this next one works. Oh, crud, really? That sucks. All right, so that one is a hack of Splatterhouse. It's actually my favorite version of Splatterhouse. Now, of course, I can install Splatterhouse and put the patch file on there. I guess that'll at least let me still play it. So that's not going to work. Castlevania's not going to work. Let's try. See if this works. This one's Mega Man, but it's a CD game. Yes? No? There we go. Let's... Oh, the Polymega did not like that. Get that game out of there. Doesn't want to eject it. Well, I have a feeling this last one. Oh, well, no, because that one's on a hue card, so that's definitely not going to work either. That royally sucks. Oh, let's see if I can get this TurboGrafx pad working again. Well, something is going on. That game glitched this up. It's not letting me register TurboGrafx controller. Weird. All right, let's do a shutdown. Okay, so now it is. It just needed that restart. All right, well, that's good. Now I've got a mess of games just laying all over the place. I'm gonna have to get everything reorganized again. So for this game, you can only use the BIOS version 1.0. There was a glitch in the game, obviously, that they couldn't anticipate, because when they came out with a higher BIOS, it just wasn't compatible.
Rise from your grave.
Once you turn into the wolf with any other BIOS besides the 1.0, it'll actually cause the game to stop scrolling. It's really strange.
Power up.
Oh, come on.
Power up.
Get up, get up. Oh, missed it. Oh, I didn't miss it. I don't like that you have to press up to jump in this. Obviously, with a 2-button controller, they didn't have much of a choice back then, but... Oops. As you can see, just by looking at it though, the Genesis version is quite a bit better. But I'm constantly jumping when I don't want to.
Welcome to your doom.
Now, granted, this is still still better than the Master System port. All right, well, I think that's all for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. But thank you very much for dropping by, you guys, and taking a look. If you have any questions, I mean, feel free to always shout it out on the chat there, or if there's something that you want to see concerning the Polymega, I'd be more than happy to try to show some of that to you. But I guess for now, I will bid you adieu. So good night, everyone.